gas and electricity prices will have to rise if Britain is to hit new targets to cut pollution levels by a fifth in the next decade. It would be a sizable reduction. But the committee which advises the government on climate change says it's only our fair share in the battle to stop global warming. Our environment analyst Roger Harrabin reports.
A revolution in the way we generate electricity is demanded by today's report, a revolution that will affect all of our power bills. Until now, for instance, we've relied on coal for cheap electricity. If the committee gets its way, there'll be no coal generation after 2020, unless it can really clean up. There's bad news on nuclear too. The committee wants nuclear stations but fears there may not be sufficient engineers to build enough of them. Higher energy prices are inevitable as a result of all this.
A lower carbon economy will mean somewhat higher electricity and gas prices, but there are policies available which can make sure that that does not hurt the income of poorer households.
The carbon budgets presented by the committee today are likely to be accepted by the Chancellor on real budget day. Up to 2013, we'll be allowed to emit 3 billion tonnes of gases like CO2. Up to 2018, it'll be down to 2.7 billion tonnes. And up to 2023, it'll shrink again to less than 2.2 billion tonnes. It sounds daunting, but the committee says cheap-to-run electric cars will save money for many of us. They expect 40% of people to be driving them by 2020. And electric vans are on their wish list too. A firm called Modec makes them in Coventry. Like electric cars, they save money in the long run. But people are put off by the purchase price.
We've had some great start-off orders, working tremendously well, but to get the volume orders, we need something like has happened in America, where they're subsidising the first 250,000 electric vehicles.
Farmers may need incentives too to get them to do their bit for emissions. Special diet supplements can help cows produce more milk and belch less methane, a potent greenhouse gas. But here's something that many of us are already doing without a subsidy. There's a boom in wood-burning stoves that's set to continue right past 2020.
Wood fires don't contribute to climate change because the trees have locked up the carbon dioxide in the first place when they're growing. Today's report says we don't have to make ourselves miserable in order to hit our carbon targets. And here's the proof. Roger Harrabin, BBC News.